Hello everyone, it's Krazen. I am back again with another subclass guide. In this episode, we are going over subclasses for sorcerers. This is not a deep dive, but an overview of the subclasses and what is different between each one. The goal here is to give you a reference when deciding what class and subclass to play in Baldurs Gate 3. Sorcerers are gifted their magical ability. You would think that limits their spellcasting choices, and in a way, it does. A wizard has a lot of spells to choose from, where inherently a sorc won't. In exchange, they have the ability to change their spell effects. Starting at level 2, you get sorcery points and meta magic. You can spend sorcery points to create spell slots, or spell slots to create sorcery points. You can spend sorcery points to use meta magic, which alters your spells. Look, I know that at first that may be confusing, so let me try and explain. Think of sorcerer points as a means of creating flexibility. If you need an extra spell, in a pinch, you can pull from the sorcerer point pool. If you need more points to add, say, distance on a spell, you can sacrifice a spell slot to add a point, which then allows you to add distance to that spell. Some meta magic options are careful, distant, extended, and twinned. You will get more meta magic options as you level. Here is your first set. Meta magic careful. This meta magic allows your allies to automatically pass saving throws from your spells. So let's say you cast an area of effect spell with your companions in the area. This will make them immune to the effect as long as the saving throw success says they won't take any damage on passing the saving throw. Meta magic distant. This essentially turns your sorc into a sniper. Pair this with a fireball or magic missile and you can obliterate people at absurd distances. Meta magic extended. This doubles the duration of a spell, so if you summon a creature or cast a fog spell, they will stick around twice as long. Meta magic twinned. This takes a single target spell and allows you to hit one additional creature. If the spell is not a projectile, the two targets need to be close together. You get more meta magic options as you level up, allowing you to shape and mold your spells to fit the situation you are in. You also receive more sorc points as well as the option to swap out spells, as long as they are in the same level. All of this is part of the sorc class, so no matter what subclass you choose, these mechanics are available. Just think of these subclasses as the cherry on top of a delicious sundae. Wild magic. Wild magic stems from the forces of chaos. It churns within the sorcerers that wield it, waiting to burst free. Each time you cast a spell at level 1 or higher, your magic might surge and trigger a random magical effect. These effects are unpredictable and can affect you, your allies, and your enemies. Whenever wild magic surges, the effects can help or harm you and the effect is random. I am sure Larian will add more to this table, but here is the current list of effects. Summon a mephit that is hostile to everyone in the vicinity. Switch positions with a target each time you cast a spell or cantrip. Until the end of your next turn, you can use a bonus action to teleport up to 9 meters. Create a dense cloud of fog centered on yourself. The fog will heavily obscure and blind creatures within it. Each creature within 9 meters becomes blurred. Your spells of level 1 and higher heal all creatures in a 3 meter radius for 1d4 hit points per spell slot level. Set fire to everyone around caster for 5 turns. Enhances weapon with 1d4 force damage. Hits will always deal critical damage. And spawns water puddle around caster. Tides of Chaos. This passive can be activated to give you advantage on your next attack, ability check, or saving throw. The trade-off is it has a larger chance of causing a surge. Draconic Bloodline. Your veins carry draconic magic, the result of a powerful dragon ancestor. You get to choose a dragon ancestor at character creation. The type of Draconic Ancestry will affect features of the game later on. Here are the dragon types and the ancestry they are part of. At level 6, your chosen damage element becomes more powerful, and you become resistant to that damage type. You also have the added benefit of having scales on your face. Who doesn't love that? You receive a spell based upon your choice of ancestry. Burning Hands for Red Dragon, Grease for Black Dragon, etc. Due to this, you will begin with 3 spells instead of the normal 2. Don't worry, you have plenty of cantrips that you can use as well. Finally, you receive a +1 maximum hit points per level, and when you aren't wearing armor, your AC is 13. Storm Sorcery. Please be aware that the information for Storm Sorcery is scarce and may not end up being the same come launch. All the information that we have gathered is from D&D 5th edition or from data mined sources. We expect there to be changes and tweaks to this subclass before launch. As a Storm Sorcerer, you have an affinity for lightning, thunder, and wind. Tempestuous Magic. At level 1, you get the ability to use a bonus action on your turn to cause whirling gusts of elemental air to briefly surround you. Doing so allows you to fly up to 10 feet without provoking attacks of opportunity. This sounds like a great utility as well as a quick means to get away from enemies that try and take out the squishies first. Heart of the Storm. At 6th level, you gain resistance to lightning and thunder damage. You also get an eruption of storm magic. It causes creatures of your choice that are within 10 feet invisible to take lightning or thunder damage. You get to choose who it hits. The Sorcerer class is a lot of fun. I especially love the meta magic mechanic as it allowed me to drop bombs on enemies from downtown. The Wild Magic Sorcerer feeds that itch to make things more random, which is in the heart of all tabletop RPGs. Let us know which class you are going to play on launch, or if you know the history of how wild magic came to be in the Forgotten Realms, please comment down below. As always, thank you for your support, and I will see you in the next video.